Namaskar. Very warm welcome to all our viewers and students out there. I am Renu Bhatt with you all and you are watching us live on eVidya channels, channel number 6 to 12. And apart from all those channels, you are with us on our YouTube channel as well, that is NCERT Official. Dear learner, this is our special session named webinar, and in this particular hour, we will be discussing journey of our National ICT Awardee teacher, and this is our special series of journey of National ICT Awardee teacher. And without any further delay, let's meet our expert. And you are Miss Mamta Narula. You are headmistress from Delhi Public School, Vasant Kunj, New Delhi. Very warm welcome, ma'am. And before we begin this particular webinar, let me share some certain information to all our viewers out there in case they want to know more about our expert and they want to know how she used ICT in her teaching learning process. Feel free to connect to us through our various mediums. You can call us on our telephone number, that is 8800 440 559. Either you can drop a mail at our email address, that is training.helpdesk@cit.nic.in. We would appreciate your effort if you share your feedback as well. And in case you have joined us through our live streaming, that means you are on our YouTube channel, that is NCERT Official. You have to go to the live chat box and then you have to write your comment out there. And before we begin this webinar, let me share a very important piece of information regarding India's G20 presidency. We are indeed very proud that India assumed G20 presidency and will convene the G20 Leaders Summit for the first time in the country in 2023. A nation that deeply committed to democracy and multilateralism, India's G20 presidency would be a watershed moment in her history as it seeks to play an important role by finding pragmatic global solutions for the well-being of all. And in doing so, manifests the true spirit of Vasudha Kutumbakam, or we can say the whole world is one family. With that very important piece of information, let's quickly get back to the session in which we have our expert, our National ICT Awardee teacher. Ma'am, we are very eager to know about the challenges you faced during your journey and how you overcome that, and a lot more from you, ma'am. Over to you.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank CIT NCERT for inviting me here so that I can share my journey of exploring ICT, learning ICT, and then using ICT in my teaching. I want to tell you that I started ICT in year 2011, and at that time these type of webinars were not there. But to tell you that who inspired me to use ICT in teaching is the few ICT awardees, okay, which I was able to meet personally, in person and also virtually. And I saw their work, I saw their journey, and this is what inspired me to use ICT in my teaching. So I have a deep gratitude for the entire CIT NCERT team because they are taking so much of efforts and dedication in organizing these insightful webinars where you are not only showcasing what we ICT awardees have done, at the same time you are motivating so many other educators, and above all you are fostering the culture of learning and collaboration among education community. So thank you CIT NCERT from bottom of my heart. And for the viewers, I would like to tell you that it is a great opportunity for all of you. If you're seeing these webinars, you are going to get an opportunity to learn from the journey of ICT awardees, which are from different states, different subjects, and this will give you ideas as to how to leverage technology in your subject. So I would give a brief introduction about me. This is my school, Delhi Public School, Vasant Kunj, New Delhi. And this is one of the renowned schools, not only known for quality education, but also for instilling values. And they are meant to make a students with a personality which is required to cope up with the future, whatever things they have to do in future and to become future ready. And I am PGT Commerce in this school for last 24 years. And recently I have become headmistress of the school where I am taking care of class 6 to 9th. My teaching subjects are business studies and accountancy. They are basically for class 11th and 12th. So this is a brief introduction about me. So I have told you that I started my journey in year 2011. And this journey is a never-ending journey. Till date, we are learning something new, and with Chat GPT and AI coming, you have to unlearn old things and learn new things also. So I told you that I drew the inspiration of using ICT from the previous ICT awardees. So I would like to tell you, she is one of my colleague, Miss Himani Asija. She was a maths teacher, and she told me about her project, that how she used maths, how she used technology in maths. So she had made a project called as Mathematical Modeling in Diagnosis of Cancer and its possible application in diagnosis of cancer. So I was really amazed at how technology can be integrated in maths. Earlier I used to think that technology is something to relate only with the computer teachers. And her project was selected by Microsoft, and she represented India in Worldwide Innovative Forum at Cape Town. And she do lot of other things, lot of integration of technology in her subject. So I saw her project, I saw her work, and in fact she has received ICT award. So this was an inspiration for me that I should also integrate technology in my subject too. Another inspiration for me is again a maths teacher, Miss Rashmi Katuria, which I connected online. I saw her work. She is also an ICT awardee, and she received an award in year 2010. And she is a very innovative teacher. She keeps on experimenting with new technologies, and she uses it in class. And the best thing about Rashmi ma'am is that she always showcases her work. Whatever work she is doing, her students are doing, she always used to share that through blogs, wikis, social media. So I saw a lot of work of Rashmi ma'am, that how she is making her classes more interesting and the subject more interesting for the students. So from that time onward, I think I started to learn technology, started to see the blogs, technology blogs, doing technology courses, and I started to incorporate technology from that time. And this is the project, this is the first project which I did. The topic is social responsibility. This is one of the topic which we teach in class 11th business studies, and the part of this is also there in class 12th. So I thought of doing this project with the integration of technology tools, which our students know. You know that our students are digital natives. They know technology better than us. But it is very important that we have to tell them that they should not only use technology for their entertainment purpose, but with technology they can go for creation of new knowledge by evaluating, researching, collecting new information. So it is, I think, a role of a teacher to do such projects with students where they are using technology in a way that it is creating something useful for society. So I did this project, and name of this project is Corporate Social Responsibility, that is CSR, integration of business goals with community. So I want all of you to see the video which is there, so that it can give you an idea that what type of activities students did in this project.
So that was the video, ma'am. So dear learners and all these teachers out there, if you want to ask from our ma'am how she started using ICT, as she is just telling us about that particular thing only, and how you can embed ICT in your teaching learning process, feel free to connect to us. You can call us on our telephone number, that is 8800440559. Either you can drop a email at our email address, that is training.helpdesk@cit.nic.in. So ma'am, shall we continue?
Yeah. So if you have seen this video, you'll got an idea what exactly we did this in this project. So the stress was there more on learning by doing. Students, they worked in group, they collaborated, they come up with new ideas as to how this topic can be related to real world. So you have seen that they made presentation, videos, there was a slogan writing competition, then students also did posters, comics, flip books, newsletters, and they also make Facebook groups and pages to share information, and all the project details are there compiled on our CSR website, again maintained by students. So these projects are replicable and any teacher can use them in their subject. In fact, many of my colleagues from other schools, they are doing similar type of projects in schools. So it is easily replicable and you can easily mold this project according to the requirement of your school or subject. But in this particular project, students enjoy and they were able to learn and relate the theory which they are learning to the real life. So coming to the next thing, this project of mine won Microsoft Innovative Leadership Award 2012, and I, along with 5 more people, were selected to represent our country at Microsoft Worldwide Innovative Teachers Conference held at Prague, Czech Republic in November 2012, and that was again a life-changing incident, I can say, because till now I was only in connect with teachers of our country and seeing the work which they were doing, but here I got chance to meet people and teachers from different countries, and I was amazed to see the way they were using technology in their classes. And if you can see here, if you can see on this side, we had to put up a stall like this where we have to project our presentation in the form of what we have done, and then teachers used to come at our stall. We have to explain our project to them and how we are integrating technology tools in those projects. And similarly, I can go to other stalls and see what other teachers are doing. So that was a learning experience because I got to learn so many new things from there, and I made so many good friends. We are still in touch. With few of them, I'm doing collaborative projects also. They are continuously in touch with me and sharing what new things they are doing in class. So there's a lot of new learning when you are going to these conferences and meeting teachers and seeing the work which they are doing in their respective classes. Now, Again, I told you my inspiration of using ICT is the ICT Awardee. So another ICT Awardee, Mr. Hari Krishna Arya sir, he is a director, Education Department, Rajasthan, and in fact, he was one who was there with me at Microsoft Global Forum also, where we 6 participants were selected, and again I got to learn so many new things from sir, and he is a very dedicated teacher and passionate about technology, and he has done outstanding work in the field of spreading computer literacy, and he is actively involved in online teaching, and he is teaching virtually to large number of government schools in Rajasthan where is scarcity of teacher. And in fact, he is also a national ICT awardee, and he won ICT award in year 2012. So sir is always in touch with me. He keep on guiding me, discussing with me, sharing with me what tools he is using in his area, and he is always there to guide me, and he's like a mentor to me. And in fact, he told me that why not I should teach the students of the government school in Rajasthan. So on left hand side, if you can see, there's a picture. I'm teaching accountancy topic to government school students of Rajasthan. And on right hand side, they told me why not take some topics. So you can see there's a financial literacy topic which I taught to students, and not only the talking part, we did lot of games, quizzes, and it was a very experience which I can't forget. And I really thanks her for giving me this opportunity that I can share my knowledge not only with my school students but students sitting so far from me. So it was a nice experience. Then learning of ICT, I think it is never ending. Whenever I get chance, I keep on learning, whether it is Microsoft courses, Adobe courses, Google courses, courses from UNESCO, British Council, FTech. So there are a lot of conferences also from where you can get the certification. But here I want to tell you that only getting certificate and badges is not enough. It is very important that whatever technology tool you have learned, you should try it in your class and try it in a best manner also, right? Pedagogy should be kept in mind when you are using a particular tool. So I keep on learning new tools and I keep on trying them, and sometimes a tool works, sometimes it doesn't work. So you have to experiment as a teacher that what works well in your class. So this is the Google certification. So this happened in year 2014. Google selected 50 teachers from India who will be Google certified teachers, and we were given a 2 days training at Google office in Gurgaon, and they told us that how Google tools can be used in teaching. So again, it was a very nice experience because it was in-person training. Again, I was able to meet like-minded educators and also learn new technologies by which we can make our classes more enjoyable, interesting and interactive. So again, this was a very good experience. And whenever I got a chance to attend some technology conference, I never used to leave that chance, maybe as a listener, maybe as a participant. And in some of the technology conferences, I also got a chance to speak on certain topic. So it is always, technology is something which is like a dynamic environment, technological environment keep on changing. So you need to keep yourself updated and be in touch with the new trends and what is happening in technology. So I never leave a chance to, whether it is an online conference or offline, I always try that I should go and attend that. And coming to my school, I teach in DPS school. I have shared technology tools which I use with my department teachers, also with the other teachers which are there in my school. And also we have a DPS society. So where all the DPS schools are there, so there is a workshop which we conduct on innovative teaching pedagogy which can be used in teaching of commerce. So I have been their resource person, and while taking these workshops, I always tell the teachers that we have to go away from our old ways of teaching and learn new technologies. And since we are teaching digital natives, you have to use some technology so that they are able to relate to what we are teaching. We have to, I said earlier also, unlearn old things and learn new things which are there so that we are able to cater to this new generation.
Ma'am, so, here let me tell you that we are almost at the middle of the session, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah, so thank you so much for reminding. So this is the competition. This is a website designing competition organized by Give Something Back International, GSBI. So here you have to register yourself. So I saw some school which won a prize in this. So I read in detail, saw the work, and in fact I asked my principal that if we can also participate in this competition. So in this competition, you have to work with 2 schools in some other countries and collaboratively make a website. So we participated and we made a website on teenage issues, and the other schools with which we collaborated were from USA and Russia. So we connected online, and I want to tell you here the good part is, you know, that all the designing work of website and everything was done by our school students, and yes, contribution of what is there to be website is done by everyone. But again, it was a very enriching experience for students, me, because we were in touch with teachers and students of other country. We collaboratively made this, and our website won a gold prize, that is the first prize. So again, it was a very good experience where I as a teacher and students also get a new exposure. Then coming to, this is Adobe Office, where we went and learned how Adobe tools can be incorporated in teaching. And coming to my association with NCERT, I am in the mapping of e-content of CIT, NCERT on the themes of NCERT textbooks. Also in theme mapping of business studies and accountancy subject for NROER. And I am also their e-content evaluator. And I am also actively involved in development of contents for MOOCs for Swayam portal, which is there. And my subject videos for business studies are there on the official NCERT official YouTube channel. I am also there as an evaluator to evaluate existing content in light of changes. You know that syllabus keep on changing, so what videos we should keep and what videos we should shoot again. So I am also there in that team. Regarding these webinars, this is an excellent initiative by NCERT where you can go for learning of any ICT tool. So here I am in this sharing how we can create digital content using Blend Space. So there are list of webinars. This is just one tool which I shared, but if you want to learn more tools, you can see these webinars and learn any tool, including demo and everything. Detail is there. So good way to learn new technology if you are interested, or new tools and how they can be used in teaching. Coming to this thing which I always wait is annual event ICT Mela by NCERT, because here I got always get a chance to meet like-minded educators, and then again there are some stalls which are being set up. You can see the work of various innovative educators and how they are incorporating technology in their areas. Then coming to subject blog, this is a blog which I made for class 12th. It is an initiative to make learning 24/7, and this blog of mine is there in collaboration with commerce teachers of my school, and it has more than 22 lakhs views. And recently we have been awarded as top 20 business education blogs, in which I am sharing space with famous business school blogs like Kellogg School of Management, Wharton, Leeds University. So it's a great privilege that my blog is being listed there. And in this blog, I have arranged everything chapter wise. So you will find chapter wise direct questions, indirect questions, videos, worksheets, quizzes, games. So it is very easy for students and teachers to go to this blog and check the resources, and most of the resources are reusable, means teachers can use them in their class. And I got a lot of blog comments at different time of the day, and we answer them. So we say it's a initiative to make learning 24/7. Anytime you have a doubt, you can post that doubt on a blog and it will be answered by us, and maybe that same doubt is for some other student also. So blog is all the things at one place, so it becomes very easy. And so many teachers, they meet me and they tell me that ma'am, we are using your blog. So I feel really privileged that whatever things I am doing, it is being liked by others and it is useful for others. Now coming to this is again, I got an opportunity to be a speaker at Microsoft Dubai Global Forum where the topic was concept and context of deep learning, which is very important that our learning should not be superficial. We need to have a real learning of students. So when you're preparing for these types of panel discussions, not only that you learn and find out information, but when you listen to others, it's again so many new learnings which you take from these workshops and the sessions which are there. Then this is my YouTube channel where you can find subject videos, and in fact I told you that I love exploring technology. So I make technology tutorials to make it simpler for the teachers to understand technology. So it has technology videos, then financial literacy videos, life skill videos, and certain videos which are learning beyond syllabus. So we don't have to teach only what is there in books. So whatever things are there beyond syllabus are also included here. Then as a commerce teacher, if you need to organize any event or competition, so all such example videos are there on this YouTube channel. Then coming to my association with CBSE, I am an e-content developer for a Diksha portal, and I have recorded podcasts for CBSE Dehradun for Shiksha Vani app, and I am also involved in CBSE capacity building workshops and webinars for teachers. And recently we did a PRP training, that is prospective resource person training, where I am training the teachers so that they can become the resource persons and they can take training of the teachers. And whenever teachers do a training, they refer to a manual. So there is a CBSE manual for teacher training where I added few latest contents like use of media and technology in accountancy, game-based learning, art integrated learning, and use of energizers. Then I am also doing the work with SCRT.
Yes.
I'm also doing work with SCRT for teacher training, and I have taken training for various government school teachers. And here also I always ensure that a teacher has to do beyond what is there in the book, and with technology we can create certain learning environments which make learning more real for students. Then I am also part of our Commerce Teachers Foundation, which is a foundation of all the commerce teachers which are there in India and abroad. So we are regularly taking workshop for commerce teachers on use of ICT in teaching, lesson planning of the subject, project work, art integrated activities, experiential learning, and innovative pedagogies. And in fact, whenever I design some new tool, I always make it a point that I share it in our WhatsApp group so that they can see and they can use such thing in their class also. Then in year 2017, I was privileged to get IDA Teaching Award 2017 for teaching excellence in commerce. This was again, I told you, when I think award is not, it is just that they are appreciating your work, but when you go to these award ceremonies also, you meet so many other teachers and lot of exchange happen, and I think that is the biggest takeaway for me as a teacher. Then coming to financial resource person training, there is an organization called as Securities and Exchange Board of India, SEBI. So I did the training with SEBI to become a SEBI financial education resource person, and then I took workshops, just a minute. So I took workshops for middle income group people, students, college going students, school students, lower income group people like rickshaw pullers and all, and I guided them about financial literacy. Although SEBI always give us certain presentation that we can show in these workshops, but I made use of the technology which I already knew. So I made certain games and quizzes and videos to make these sessions more interesting for the people who are attending. So whenever I do any project, I always make it a point that I have to make our teaching interesting. and learning more enjoyable. Like we have heard of thing called as joyful learning. Students should love coming to school. They should love coming to learn something, and it is very important for us that we should prepare our students for the skills which they'll be needing in future. So if you can see this data which is being collected by the Economist group, the top skills which are needed at workplace are problem solving, team building, communication, critical thinking. So when we are doing our normal teaching, we are not working on these skills which they actually require in future. So whenever I teach in class, I make sure that whatever I am teaching, they are able to relate it to real life. They are doing certain activities where these skills which are needed in future, they are working on that. Then I always ensure that my projects are multidisciplinary so that students are able to link different subjects. So if I'm doing a project of business studies, they will link economics, accountancy, English, maths and entrepreneurship in that. Then this is my project on financial literacy. So I thought that if I'm doing as a SEBI resource person, why not start a project in my school where I'm teaching the financial literacy to my students. And although to tell you this topic is not there in a syllabus, but when a student is coming to school, he is not there only to learn what is there in book. So it is one of the important life skill the student should have, that they should know the money matters. Maybe right now they are not earning, but in future when they will earn, they should know how to save money, invest money. So I did this project. The name of this project is Money Matters Matter. I would like to share the video to tell you what we did in this project.
Right, and dear learners, yes ma'am.
Okay, so I'll show you this video. You'll get an idea as to what type of financial literacy activities you can do in your class.
Young people need to understand how to make wise financial decisions before, not after they are faced with life-changing decisions. Money Matters Matter, financial literacy project for helping students to be money smart. We need to impart it early to make our future generations financially savvy to meet their goals. Students were engaged in matters linked to money in fun and creative ways to reinforce the learning through doing. Technological tools were used by students, which gave them real hand-on experience of having to manage their money, so that issues around money become real rather than theoretical. Industrial visits were organized and students got a chance to meet the industrial experts. Lot of activities were incorporated in project to stimulate creativity and innovation in students.
So this was the video, and let me tell you that we are in the final quarter of the hour, ma'am, and we are discussing ma'am's journey. Yes ma'am.
Okay, so I told you these projects are replicable. You can find all the information, and they are continuously updated by the coming batches which are there. So if any of the teacher is interested, you can refer to our website and get the resources as a teacher, what you can do to do such type of projects in your school. again, for my work in the field of financial literacy, I received a Shrestha Distinguished Teacher Award by NME, that is Association of National Exchange Members of India, and Bombay Stock Exchange. And if you can see on left hand side, he is my husband, and I think my biggest strength, he always motivate me to keep on trying new things. And sometimes when you are making certain tool or some software you are trying, sometimes it becomes really late, you leave things, but you need the support of your family. So he's always supporting me with all the technological initiatives which I am taking. So these are few of the other things which I do as a commerce teacher. I do a lot of art integrated activities, financial literacy activities, entrepreneurship activities, and the thing is a lot of competitions and events we organize in our school. So if you want to know what type of competitions can be organized in commerce especially, so there is another blog which I have made which have all the rules, details, examples, so that you can do similar type of activities, because it is very important that we have to bring fun in our subject. Students should enjoy, and by organizing these competitions and events, we are actually preparing our students for future. The skills which I showed you, it is very important. If we are only teaching them from their book and doing the syllabus which is there in the book, these skills are not honed. So you have to work on various activities so that your subject is interested, at the same time it is useful for them in future. These are my other subject blogs. Since I teach class 11th and 12th business studies and accountancy, so I have subject blogs for every subject. And it is sometimes what I do on this blog is that if student do something very good, so I also showcase the work of the students. So if you can go through my blog, if a student makes some mind map in the class, and whosoever mind map is best, I click the picture of that mind map and I put that in blog. So students, they are very eager that their work should be showcased on the blog. So blog is like one place where you can do so many things, and you can include lot of active learning technology tools, and you can also cover certain topics beyond syllabus, and at the same time there can be a collaborative blogs also, where you can collaborate and work with some other educators and make certain blogs. So this is my technology blog. It's technology in teaching, and then we have a Facebook group called as Technology in Teaching, where teachers across the globe, they share good practices, what new technology tool are they using, and how they have experimented with new things. So everything is shared in this Facebook group. Again, it is lot of learning when people are not keeping things with themselves, rather they are sharing it with other educators. This is again, I want to share one very good experience. It happened in a Nightscape technology conference, which happens in New York every year. So there is one segment in this conference called as Fab 5, where 5 presenters are selected and you have to share your idea for 5 minutes. So my idea was selected and I presented online on how to use infographics in teaching to make your complex topics similar. And this idea was highly appreciated by all the people who were there in that conference. Then we have GEG groups, that is Google Education groups also. So here we have the webinars which I did on how to make blogs, how to convert your traditional worksheets into interactive worksheets. So you can easily find them on YouTube and learn in case you are interested in making your own blogs, or if you are interested in making interactive worksheets. Then recently I did a course of digital teacher on digital pedagogy. So it is very important that not only knowing the tool, but what is the pedagogy behind using a particular tool. So I did this course, and I also then became the course facilitator, and I run the same course, and I taught so many teachers, and even teachers from Maldives were there, where I acted as a resource person, and they did this training. So again, a very good course. Then
Ma'am, here let me tell you that we have only 5 to 7 minutes left for the session, ma'am. 6 to 7 minutes.
Okay. So I think I am on end of my presentation. So this is what I think is my life mantra. You learn to unlearn old things, learn new things, and it is very important that we should share our learning with other educators. Never keep something which you have learned with yourself. Share it. Maybe it's WhatsApp group or blog, Facebook groups, anything, any media. It is very important that whatever new things we are learning, we should share it with others. So these are some of the things which are there on my blog. This is assessment tools. It's an infographic. Then this is a business idea competition which I normally do it in my school. If you have all seen Shark Tank India, so it is on similar line, but it was there before Shark Tank India's sessions come in India. So I tell students to work in a group, and then they have to showcase a particular new product, what will be the name of that product, what is the USP of that product, how they are going to promote, and other students, they act like investors and they ask questions. So again, it is one of the innovative ways of involving your students. So in class 11th, I don't tell my students to make files. I always give these type of projects in school so that they are learning how to work in a team, how to come up with innovative things, and this enhances their confidence. So these are certain learning apps made by students. These are the infographics, some of them made by me, some of them made by my students. And we always used game-based learning, like this is a Nearpod lesson or Peer Deck. Then this is one of the rap songs which my students made during lockdown, where they were sitting at home, and on the accountancy subject they made a rap song. Then these are the mind maps, and one thing is, if you can see on left hand side, these is the mind maps which are handmade. But there are something called as clickable mind maps also. We extensively use this in our teaching, very good for revision, and if you want to give this as a project work to your students. Then these are some of the presentations which I have made. I want to show that I use less of text, more of pictures and animations, because if you're only writing text on PPT and teaching, I think it is it does not attract students. So you can make lot of, I say it is power of PowerPoint presentation that you can use. Then these are the comics which I have used in my teaching, interactive images. These are the accounting apps which are made. Then this is accounting board game. So this is accounting snake and ladder game. So if you happen to visit my blog, you can check this. It is a snake and ladders with a twist. Then animated videos are extensively used. This is a Jeopardy game which we play in the class, where question of different difficulty levels can be asked. So there are a lot of tools available, discussion boards, interactive worksheet is again a very interesting thing. Then there are a lot of leverage tools which are available. The main thing which we should stress is that technology should not be your plan, rather it should be part of your plan. So it is very important that we are just for sake of using technology, we are not just showing a PPT or a video. We should know what is the right time to use technology. So we have to keep in mind what are the learning outcomes we want, what is a pedagogy, and then incorporate technology in that. So I am there in various feedback teams of Google, Microsoft, so that I can suggest them the new features which I want. These are some of the learning outcomes. Students are showing lot of real things. There are some students who have opened their maids and servants in opening bank accounts, and some of them they arrange money through crowdfunding platforms. So students are showing me that whatever projects I am doing, it is impacting them, and they are doing real world, they are solving the real world problems. Some of them, they have even started their own websites, blogs, and even small ventures also, where they are selling something. So thank you so much. So these are few things which I am doing. My everything is there on my digital profile mamtanarula.weebly.com, so you can see all this work, learn new technology, and please do share what you know. So it's, I think I told you, I always want to learn.
Ma'am, I must say it was indeed very brilliant journey, and there must be something hiding in the future as well, in the pipeline, I would say. And could you please elaborate about your future plans, ma'am?
So future, I want to go for, like, I love when I see that teachers are using technology. Those who used to fear technology, they start learning technology. So I want to work in the field of teacher training. Just a minute.
Yes, ma'am. So as you can see, dear learner, this is the future plans of ma'am, and we are almost at the end of this webinar, where we are discussing the journey of our National ICT Awardee teacher, and she is Mamta Narula. And ma'am, what would you like to say, ma'am?
Okay, so I told you that teacher training is something which I want to do, and I also want to visit few countries. Like, I have heard that Finland is famous for its education. So I have a dream that I should go to Finland and learn from the Finland education system and implement in my country. And then also I want to do certain collaborative projects with the teachers of other countries as well.
So ma'am, in a very brief, we would like to know what is your view of all the educators out there, they want to learn technology, how they can start that, ma'am?
So learning technology is not difficult. Gone were the days when you have to go to some institute and learn. Nowadays, you can learn by subscribing to some technology blogs. Or you can subscribe to YouTube videos. Videos maybe of, you can subscribe to NCRT official YouTube channel. You will learn so many new technologies. Then do join some technology group or on social media. Maybe there are so many groups which are there on different platforms. Do join that so that you know what is a new thing that has come up. Then there are courses on government portals like Swayam Diksha. You can do that. Then you can join Microsoft Teachers Network, Google Teachers Network, and do these courses and earn badges. And lot of technology webinars and conferences are taking place. Take time out and do attend them, and not only attend them, whatever learnings are there in these workshops, trainings or YouTube video, do implement that in your class.
Definitely, and as we are running very short of time, we have to wrap up this session here only, ma'am. But thank you so very much, Mamta ma'am, for being with us and for your brilliant journey, and all the very best for your future plans, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
And dear learners, it's time for me to wrap up this session, but you stay tuned to eVidya channel and NCRT official YouTube channel for more informative program. Our next session is Sahyog, where we talk about mental well-being of students, and the topic would be effects of social media on the mental well-being of children. And before I wrap up this session, let me share a very important piece of information with you all regarding NCERT textbooks. NCERT textbooks for the year 2023-24 are available throughout the country, and these textbooks may be purchased directly from the NCERT sales counters located at New Delhi, Ahmedabad, Bengaluru, Kolkata and Guwahati. These sales counters will be functional on all the weekdays, including all the gazetted holidays, Saturdays and Sundays as well, from 9:30 AM to 6 PM. And you may also place order for the books online from our website, that is ncertbooks.ncert.gov.in, and all those books will be delivered at your doorsteps with no delivery fees. And in case if you want the soft copy of all those books in PDF version, it can also be downloaded online for free from NCERT Diksha e-Pathshala website and from our mobile app as well. Please visit our website, that is ncert.nic.in, to know more about the authorized vendors. With that note, me Renu Bhatt is taking your leave. Namaskar.